All right, welcome back. Anthony Gargano Show. JP, VG, John Zapata, Greg Caputo, Violations Greg. This segment is brought to you by Rite Aid. That's right. Find all your favorite goods from the store nearest you, your neighborhood Rite Aid pharmacy. All right, so the story right now this morning, Tyrese Maxey not feeling well. He's ill. Do we have the flu game incoming tonight? Look at that face. I know it. The face of dread.
Should have brought their own food. Probably eating something up there in New York, not settling with the stomach.
The rats.
It goes.
The infestation. The disease.
Some rat turds probably on the utensils up there or something.
Yes.
Rats got Maxie sick.
Yeah, man.
Or the bed bugs in the hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe it had chopped cheese. Yeah, that's what it does.
That's it. That'll do it too. Those chopped cheeses probably undercooked by those bastards up there.
Yes. Listen, he's questionable. I mean, it's Maxey. You got to do whatever you got to do to get right. I don't know what kind of illness it is.
I got to believe they got some kind of stuff from Rite Aid, and we can ship up some Rite Aid stuff to get these symptoms under control and get them on the court.
Yeah, Marge. Marge! From the, we need you, Marge, from Rite Aid. Look, let's talk about it. Confidence level. You heard the conversation with Brad. We had a good debate.
Ooh, that was testy. The chat room was a little. Some people were taking Brad's side, feeling like you were a little aggressive with Brad on there.
No, it's a great. I think it's a great debate. Honestly, I don't believe so. My testiness, or really, it's. I love the debate part of it, but the debate part of it from my side comes from. I don't believe you can quantify. Brad's a numbers guy, and I love him. He's a sports guy first, but he likes to rely on numbers, and I don't believe in numbers.
And he's looking at numbers, like you said, from 3 years ago when the supporting cast has not been nearly as good.
And I don't believe that you can quantify what Embiid means through numbers, right? I don't believe that. I don't believe that you could say, now, listen, the obvious if you're arguing against the Embiid thing, and there's a lot of people, and I don't fault you. I just am not, I don't subscribe to that theory that wants to move him or have wanted to move him. Vinny Pellegrini. Right, who's our ops man here at PHLY? He's been wanting to move Embiid for the last 2 years.
He's a trade him guy.
Oh yeah, he's been a trade him guy. Vinny's like listen, move on. And believe me, I get the argument. I think there is another side. I just don't subscribe to the theory. I think you got to transcend the talent. You take it. Let's see what happens, and you pray that health is there.
Vinny is not alone. At the pub, man, when he went down, it was ugly. There were a lot of, mostly,
this is why
we're old heads, but old heads were like, we're done. We can't ever win with them. Should have traded them when we had the chance. And there's like multiple echoes of that, man. But then they see him on the court coming back in, and they're just like, whoa, yeah.
I mean, you should see he's a presence. Like, it's just a mindset. When he's out there, you feel much better because you know what he brings. Even like at 50, 60, 70%, you know exactly what he's bringing. He's just a presence out there.
I mean, look, it's almost the luck of the draw, right? Like when they went through the process, first of all, I wanted Wiggins, right?
Yes.
And
winless for Wiggins.
At that point, Wiggins he projected as the face the basket guy. And, Embiid was fresh, right? Only played the game a handful of seasons. Cameroon, we know the whole story of Embiid. And he gets hurt, and you get lucky that you get Embiid. Bigs and injuries.
That's tough.
It's a part of the narrative.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. And I feel all right, man. If Miles McBride beats us in this series, so be it. Like, who could plan on that? I mean, it's such a fluke thing happening, him having that game. What's he average during the year? 6 points, 8 points? So, I mean, if he beats us, then it's just not
Josh Hart hit,
oh, my God.
3 backbreaker threes.
He doesn't do
that. Kyle Lowry, God bless him.
He stepped up.
Played his ass off.
He's my best of the weekend. Like, he was everything we've wanted and we needed in this playoff run. He came
secondary
and played,
ball handler. Yeah. Like, he was
he had the grit. Like, he looked like a guy who'd been there before.
Yeah.
And,
He's having a little resurgence, too. It's great to see, especially for us.
Yeah.
Well, because you need him, because of the other hole, which is Buddy Hield. I mean,
It's like he's afraid to even put a shot up.
well, how much is it too that he misses 2 shots, you don't see the game? Like, if he doesn't hit a shot, you got to believe that one of these nights he goes off. I think.
When we say off, you think like 3 for 6? Is that
Yeah,
a good
or
offer?
4.
Yeah,
like
I'm saying like 4.
I'm thinking 4 or 5.
He's got it in him.
Like a Batum night, like the other night, like a Nico night.
And you can live with that because I agree.
But the problem is he Korkmaz who does it once every 6 games? Or is he going to do it 1 every 3 games?
It feels like a 1 every 6 game
I know,
right now.
right?
It's almost like there even might be a burner count out there. You see that on Twitter? They're complaining about like, how are you supposed to get into any rhythm when you get no playing time? And
Well, I mean, in fairness, yes, right? Like you get 2 shots, and the next thing you know, you're banished.
And we talked about it. 31 minutes for Tobias Harris. Hield in the 4th had 5 minutes. Let me get the full game here. But, I mean, yeah, when we're talking about 31 minutes for Tobias, Buddy Hield had 10 minutes the entire game, almost 11.
But
And
5
he
in the
took, what,
4th
2
is
shots?
Yeah.
5 in the 4th is substantial for Buddy.
Yeah, I don't like.
10
Actually,
in the
I would
full
limit
game, though.
Like I would limit. I don't. To me, I want like, especially with him. If he's shooting the ball, then go play 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But if he's not shooting the ball, then I'd like to see those minutes in the 3rd. I think Nick needs to tweak the rotation. I've been saying that all morning.
Yes.
With how you manage Embiid, with Tobias playing 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Look, you closed the game out against Miami without Tobias in the game.
Shooting was definitely a problem, but the bigger problem is that offensive rebounding. It's got to be much better here in game 2.
Well, yeah.
Protecting the defensive.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just effort for the most part.
Yeah.
Energy, effort. But you and I had talked. I think we disagree. I would try a little length. I would try B-ball Paul at the 4 for a little bit defensively. I know he's clueless IQ-wise, but, I mean, he gave you 5 boards in 11 minutes when he was out there. I think he's athletic enough to cover the 4s on the Knicks. And if you're going to spell Embiid, I'd rather have Obama come out and spell Embiid.
Has to be in the back pocket. It has to be like a situational thing, in my opinion, because like I think that Joel out there, if like I said, that presence, but if he's out there, I think it'll fix a lot of that offensive rebounding. But if it's where Mitch Robinson is just grabbing every single board, Josh Harris
listen,
into
I'm
it,
not
then
against
run the Twin
matching up.
Towers.
You want to do Bamba. You want to do
Just keep
Paul
the card
Reed
in your
at times.
pocket.
But listen, you love Paul Reed's a lovable kid, right? But the problem with him is he just gets lost on you.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's just
Make some boneheaded decisions.
he's out of position. So you got to manage that.
Yeah.
You got to manage, and Bamba is interesting to me because he can rebound, he can board. So,
he's a rim protector and he can board. I mean, if you get at that for like 8
and
minutes,
it all depends on who they have on the floor.
Yeah.
The other issue is you have Nico, who I like Batum. I like he's an effort guy all the way. Defense, rebounding, and he's not going to have those nights against Miami, but I know he'll give me defense and rebound.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like the length. I would like to see Embiid and B-ball Paul out there for a little bit, see how that plays out.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. See if Jalen Brunson. I mean, obviously we saw it was a good job in that first half. The way we shut him down, you're not going to be able to shut him down every game as well, though.
Well, that's the thing, right? So this is the trade-off. Mm-hmm. So McBride has the go-off game. You have Josh Hart, the go-off 4th quarter, which negates Brunson. Now, Sixers, nobody can guard Maxey. Now, we'll see what kind of illness and what kind of shape he's in, but no one can guard Maxey. Then what? What else you have?
On the Sixers side?
Yeah, like who's the go-off guy?
Ricky Council.
That's it. Like you need, against Miami was Batum.
Yeah.
You got to foster that. And that's Oubre, I think.
I think it is Oubre. Oubre's starting, right?
Yeah.
So he's coming up.
But you need him to go off.
Yeah, and I've been betting his overs every game. I mean, they're 10 points, and he's barely getting the 10 points.
Yeah.
So we've seen so much better out of him in the stretch of the last
You're
month.
going to need somebody, again, the supporting cast. And then off the bench, look, they got smashed off the bench.
Can't happen. 42-7.
Yes.
Nah, I can't happen.
And this is a Knicks bench since Randall went down. I pulled up this stat this morning. Randall went down on January 29th. This Knicks bench has ranked 19th in the league in scoring.
But that's what I said. Like
They're
I
not
said,
an effective bench normally.
Going into the series, I thought that was going to be our strength. I felt our bench was better. I felt like we had more depth than the Knicks. In game one, the Knicks bench stepped up big.
Yeah, we were feeling good about our role players and bench players here.
Yeah.
Got smoked.
A lot of love for Ricky Council, Eddie Wright, Anthony Shantz, like a lot of love for Ricky.
I mean, if Tank McBride's going to do that, I mean, who's to say what Rich
Maybe
Council
some KJ.
does?
Yeah,
I'm more on the Council side.
Oh,
I don't know about KJ in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm just giving you what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it goes back to, listen, you know what Tibbs is going to do. Like, this is the Miami zone thing, right? Tibbs is attack the glass. Attack the glass. They don't care about runouts, which you got to make them pay too. You got to clean the defensive side and then run out to make them pay, because they're going to attack and blitz the offensive glass. And what that does is that demoralizes you.
Yeah.
Another possession.
Another one.
Another possession. Another possession.
Yeah.
Another possession. You're like,
Right. And they were in the zone at times. The zones are very difficult to rebound out of because you got guys all out the 3-point line guarding. So, it's a little
let me
tougher
ask
in
you
the
guys
zone.
something. I'm not one of these guys. I hate bringing up referees when we're talking about breaking down games. Where were you guys at with some of these calls? Because there was some missed calls.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't too concerned with the refs.
you can't worry about refs.
I was looking at the tweets. Everyone's complaining about the refs. Like, at the end of the day, you got to take care of what's in front of you.
I mean, listen, the refs are refs.
Yeah.
I never look at that stuff.
Fans are always complaining about the refs.
Speaking of fans, let's get into this now a little bit.
Let's do it.
And then we'll do best and worst of the weekend and back in the day moment. But so Andrew, our producer, Andrew Frazier, was in New York.
That I was.
You were in Manhattan. You went to, where was your day? You spent your day up there.
We went to Medieval Times, which is in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. And then after that,
Did you have some grog?
I did.
Did you?
Big
Yeah.
32-ounce grog. It was great.
Oh, wow.
Ate chicken with my hands, corn on the cob, potatoes. Actually, it was really fun.
People love the beer. One day we need to do a show because the Medieval Times I don't get.
You're a Game of Thrones guy too, right?
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you don't want to live the life of a Game of Thrones for the day?
I'd rather live in, if I got to live in ancient times, I'd rather be in ancient Rome because I'm drinking wine.
There you go. There you go. The gladiators and all that stuff. I love that.
Did you wear any chainmail?
I did not dress up. No, I was thinking about it, but at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into New York City. I don't want to look like a peasant or a knight going in there, but I'd probably fit in regardless of what I wore.
So where did you watch the game from?
So we went into New York City, and then we went into this place. It's called Spin. It's like a ping pong
Yeah, we got one here in
place.
the city.
Yeah, and so they had the game on there on all the big screens there. So we were watching it from that. It was a lot of fun. Saw Embiid go down. A buddy who was with us, he was a big Knicks fan, so he was like, "Oh, rah, 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 Embiid," and it's just like, dude, relax. He's been dealing with it. He's gonna be fine. He came back and all that stuff, but. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. All the Knicks fans walking around, chirping. They had their shirts on, those blue shirts that they got for the series and all that stuff. And every once in a while I was going, "Go Sixers, go Sixers," trying to yell back at them and, give it to them. But it was fine, other than that, New York City.
Were you ping-ponging while the game was on?
I was.
You can't pong. You ponged?
I did. So.
Oh, dude, that's a violation of
during
pong.
the game?
You can't pong during the game.
Well, it was right in front of me, so I was ponging and looking at the same time.
Can't pong and watch a game.
Watch the ball.
That's a
on TV.
violation. Violation.
Out on the
I
ping
know
pong
you're
during
with
the
your
game.
girl. Let's go ping ponging. That's a violation. It's game one of that series. No,
Yeah, did you even see
the
the self alley oop, or were you too busy ponging when that happened with Embiid?
I was ponging.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him grab that knee, I walked away, man.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
were up.
violation.
They were
So-
up big too in the first, and the guy who I was with was the Knicks fan. I was like, "Oh, this game's in the bag." Yeah, and I went to the pong, and then all of a sudden they came back, and my
I'm
foot in my
replacing
mouth.
He's calling
Game
it
of run,
early.
son.
Games in the bag. Ponging.
no good. Now, Violet, we can clean you up. Too much.
Keep him out of
Too
New
much.
York.
Like when you gotta. This is where you gotta flex. Playoffs
Yeah.
with your girl. You got to flex the playoff year.
I need to. You're right.
All right.
You gotta
Now,
focus.
JP was also the Knick fans and freaking out with the fans. But you said it. We're the same people. We really are the same people. We're family. All right. I hate to say it. Now, you may hate that side of the family.
How come they don't get the national scrutiny like we
They
do?
do. People, not like us, because we care even more. But they get it. They get it too.
We say
Like,
F you to an opposing fan, and we're all over ESPN, ABC, you name
Well,
it.
They control the narrative. New York, Connecticut controls the narrative. They're not going to slam their own people up there. They pick on
that's
us.
a good point.
That is a
You
good
make
point.
us the scapegoat.
Oh, man.
I would believe we have better. I don't want anyone to do this, but I think we have better fire lighting skills. Like they couldn't get that Embiid jersey
on
lit.
fire.
They needed an
Yeah.
accelerant or something.
Yeah, that's true.
No, VG, since
That would be a problem here.
and again, this is my gripe. My gripe was the cheering the injury, right? Since Michael Irvin in Philadelphia, have we cheered on an injury publicly?
I don't know if we've ever.
When does it happen?
Yeah.
Like, give me the
We're talking about the 90s.
Give me but give me the injury that occurred in a big game and we didn't cheer.
That's a good point too.
Super
We have
Bowl-
to dig. We have to dig. Well,
Super
well,
Bowl.
that's
when
not-
I saw Patrick Mahomes go down before the second half of that Super Bowl, and I thought he wasn't going to come back. I
No,
was
I'm
happy.
talking about
but we weren't home.
game.
Yeah.
That was a neutral site. I know.
Listen, we're all not going to cheer injuries because we love sports, and you can't cheer injuries if you love sports. It's not right. That's a mortal sin. Like, you don't do that. You go to hell if you sports hell.
Karma.
If you cheer,
Karma's for real.
you don't
with
do
stuff.
that. But it's not in your DNA. But then let's face it. Like, if it happens here, what do you think's happening? Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Listen, that's the price that comes when you over love, and you're into it. It's just part of it.
I will say I don't know if we'd be cheering the we won Boston. I think we're a little.
that's just the
we're
Knicks.
a little fearful or
Well,
leery
they did
going
the
into this with
same-
his health. If we won game one, we're not chanting. Let's go.
They did
Boston.
the same
That
in
was a little
21.
premature.
Oh, dude, we would certainly, if he wasn't hurt, I could totally see the same.
After one win in the series.
I think
could
everyone's
see.
a little afraid of that knee going down at any
Well,
moment.
right, but no, I'm saying if you have a clean Embiid
Oh.
and you're not worried about it,
Is there a such thing? I don't even think
No,
that
I
is
could-
in anyone's
I could
mind.
see
to
that.
see
well,
Embiid.
well, when you
We have
have
PTSD
suffered, when
from
you
it.
suffered like us,
Yeah.
I'm just talking for them. Listen, they're stupid. Like, this is ridiculous.
All right, we can agree on that.
Like, this
Yeah.
is idiotic.
They're
Like, we
not
want
smart.
Boston.
Yeah.
By the way, Dame time showed up last night.
Finally showed up.
So before we start,
35 and a half.
before we start going, Boston,
Right.
Dame's got something to say.
The Pacers had like 42 at halftime. And he
Yeah,
had
and all of a
35.
sudden, it was unbelievable. Like, they couldn't do anything.
No, not a fan of those Pacer canary yellow uniforms
No.
either. They look
No.
bad on the court.
All right, give me our Back in the J moment, brought to you by Rite Aid. That's right. Find your favorite goods at your local Rite Aid pharmacy.
All right, I'm going to give you, because obviously it's a big week in Philly sports. We have the draft, we have playoffs. I'm going to give you one from the draft, one from the playoffs. Draft is going to sting just a little bit. So we're going to go all the way back to 1995. And who was selected? It was Warren Sapp, 12th overall.
Oh, my God.
And yes, cuz.
Oh,
Yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes.
The combine warrior himself, Mike Mamula.
The Bucks traded down from the 7th overall pick. And of course, the Birds took Mike Mamula, but we have to go with that one. And of course, Warren Sapp then came back in 2002 and beat the Birds at the vet.
That's all right.
April 22nd,
gotta go there.
1947.
what
We're
he
going to go
does.
to the Philadelphia Warriors because they defeated the Chicago Stags 83-80 in Game 5 to bring home our first basketball championship to the city of Philadelphia.
Wow.
We won
the
that
Chicago Stags.
4-1.
It's
Yeah.
a good name, the Stags. I like the
Stags.
Stags.
You like the Stags?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
What
All
year was that?
That was 1947.
Wow. All right. All
Going
right.
back
I like
in
that.
the
It's going
day.
back in the day. All right. Best and worst of the weekend. Your best, you said it.
It's Kyle Lowry. Yeah,
Yeah.
He balled out for us. He was everything we've hoped he would be in the playoffs, and yeah, you can't ask for any more from him. I could have asked for one more assist. I had his over 2.5 assists. He got 2.
JP.
Best, I'm going to go obviously personal. So as we know, I was at the Bad Bunny concert on Friday. But you know what was awesome to see there? The fact that the Phillies smoked the White Sox 7-0, and who do we have at the Bad Bunny concert? Brandon Marsh, Christian Pache, and Gregory Soto go over across the street to watch the concert.
That's cool.
I was stoked.
Yeah, like
I was
it.
stoked.
Well, I wanted to say best of the weekend was the Phillies. The near no by Wheeler on Saturday. We were all having the same conversation. And yes, I texted the group saying, if you're not paying attention, like if you're ponging like Andrew, that Wheeler's got a no-hitter. Listen, I mean, listen, we're texting it. If you're watching it together, you don't say anything. But you're texting like, yo, dude, you got to take. Now they want to say I jinxed it.
You jinxed it.
Yeah.
You
As soon
mentioned
as you
it.
said it, he got the hit.
It's actually
He was the
top-
only
no,
person
it
in
wasn't.
all
It
of
was
Philadelphia.
like 5
who said
minutes.
it.
He actually went through scoreless inning.
The entire city.
And then he got to the eighth.
The entire city did not mention it. You texted it. Boom. Hit.
Yeah.
Over.
And then now here's one thing too. I'll raise my hand on that. You know who's the happiest man on the planet?
Yeah.
Topper. Because everybody kept saying, what's he going to do? You can't take him out.
Yeah. Oh, Topper.
And his pitch count was high.
As soon as that ball made contact, Topper was already at the top of the stairs.
He was a real violation. He was like, no hitter. No hitter.
Yo, everybody, you see he's got a no-hitter going?
Yeah. I have to say this. Wow. The rotation is good.
yeah, man.
Oh, it's
Turnbull.
stupid right now.
I mean, Sanchez with that top three.
Put
Dude.
Taiwan Walker in the bullpen.
What are you
8-2
doing?
in a homestand.
What are you doing with Taiwan?
No, you put him in the
Ty.
bullpen.
See ya.
No, he threw.
He's on the side.
Is that
man.
a Tobias Harris? No, we haven't seen enough of him.
He threw.
Tobias Walker?
He threw 102 pitches yesterday. Taiwan Walker, 2 swing and misses.
Yeah.
It's bad right now, Lehigh Valley.
No.
Oh, God.
I leave him. He's. I don't care how much I pay him or whatever it is. They're good. They're really, really, really,
It's fun.
really, really good.
The bats are coming around. Hey,
Listen,
Rojas,
I know how bad-
Rojas. You see his numbers?
Yeah, I did. No.
He needed some bats against AAA teams. He got it
I
this
know the
week.
Rockies and the White Sox are, especially the White Sox. The White Sox are dreadful.
They're bad.
Their lineup
Yeah.
is putrid, right? They stink.
They have
have
like
one
one
player,
player over
Jimenez.
200.
Yeah, and he just got back. He was hurt. And he hit the home run off Nola. Nola pitched great. Like, listen, Phillies are good.
Rojas-
10-game road trip.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Rojas hitting 429 his last 10 games.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we were. I wanted to send him down. You got to give him props.
Get the
without-
Rojas
without a
jersey.
All right, worst of the weekend. What do you got? JP, go to you first.
Obviously wanted to say the Knicks fans, but that'd be too easy today. So I'm gonna go with Kevin James. So we had the Stanley Cup playoffs going on. The Canucks had Kevin James in the stands, and I'll call a violation on this. Kevin James,
King of Queens?
yeah, he was
Is
in
it
Vancouver.
Canucker?
He was. Listen, first off,
Is he shooting a movie there?
First off, I thought he was a Knicks fan. My man was wearing a Bucks, the tracksuit
What?
jacket. And then his buddy had the Canucks jersey and he gave it to him. And Kevin James is standing up. He's like, yeah, let's go Canucks. Woo! He was all happy.
I thought he was Mr. Ranger.
I'll send
That's
it in
so
the
weird.
group chat.
First of all, the Rangers are in the playoffs, right? They're a top seed, and you're at a Canucks game?
I thought he was a Knicks fan too, though.
He's a fugazi. You know, I have to say this. That's a stone fugazi.
Bucks track jacket. He's going to grab the
He's
Canucks
Mr.
jersey.
New York. He's Knicks, Rangers,
like, yeah, look at that.
Yankees.
Look at that.
Or no, Mets.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
Queens. Yeah, he's a violation. When he was doing the movie,
The Sean Payton one?
yes, whatever it's called.
I forget the name
yeah.
of it too.
So he was doing the Sean Payton movie. I had him on, and I was talking to him, and I was trying. I don't even think I aired the interview because it was so
That bad?
embarrassing. Well, he's not a true fan. I was trying to go deep XO. He didn't go. He couldn't go. He couldn't go there.
He don't seem like an ex-go guy.
He's
Dude,
too Hollywood.
he was Mr. in King of Queens. All he did was sports the whole time.
His 2000 movies, he wore a lot of New York sports gear, like the
Yeah,
Mets.
well, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That was the show.
Yeah.
He was a UPS guy. He was an ups man, like our ups man.
Love the ups, man.
Yeah, I love the ups man.
Hey,
He was
wait
an
a minute.
ups man, and what happened? Like, big sports guy, but he don't know Jets.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's what it was.
He was a Jets guy.
Jets, Mets guy.
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
that's Queens.
Home
But-
Team was the name of the movie.
Home
by the way.
Team.
Home Team.
And he was not a sports guy. He's a fugazi.
Yeah, I
Adam
agree.
Sandler He's legit.
That's the man.
Yeah, he's a legit Knicks man.
He's a legit basketball guy.
Yeah.
We'll talk basketball for hours.
Right.
It's great.
Sandler legit. King of Queens, no.
You watch way more Kevin James stuff than I would imagine you would. Well, pretty familiar with this guy's body of work.
I did like
The
the Kevin
kids.
James.
Yeah, the kids like his
The
stuff.
kids watch Home Team. Massimo liked Home Team.
Okay.
I hate that movie.
I've never heard of it till this moment.
No, it's Sean Payton's story. He coaches his son, and he's like the coordinator, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the worst?
I got to go with it. I'm going to pull out a Knicks fan. What's Jason Bateman? What's that look he was
Oh my
sporting during
God.
the game? He looks like he was from medieval times. Come on, bro.
It was
thought you were cool with
getting
Come
past to
on,
the
man.
Christ, man.
Why? What's wrong with the beard? You got the beard.
This is my look. I'm a beard guy. He's not a beard guy.
I thought he looked cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I like Jason Bateman. No, you're out.
I mean, I do like Jason Bateman. I didn't like that look at him at all. I like clean cut Jason Bateman. I don't need him all scruffed up, hipster looking. No.
I don't even
He lives
think
in
so.
Brooklyn
Got a
these
little
days.
Jesus Bateman look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come
It
on,
looks
man.
like JC.
Well, maybe he's filming something,
Yeah, Passion of Christ.
Yeah,
too. I don't
Pull
know.
back in a nice man bun or something.
The man bun.
The man bun.
Oh, good
All right,
times,
well,
man.
here it is tonight. What happens tonight, JP?
We're beating the Knicks. Come on. Give me a game 2 win. I don't care. Give me that game 2 win. Let's go. Vamos, Philadelphia.
Yeah, we need to hear him
After the
sing.
game, we have to hear you sing it.
We need to hear him
Absolutely.
sing.
What do you got?
I feel good tonight. I don't think that bench can replicate what they did the other night. Nick
Yeah,
Nurse is right.
exactly.
The defense played well. They gave them the shots they wanted to give them.
Dude,
happened to
they
hit 'em.
got to win, man.
And Nick Nurse. Nursey.
I'm hearing it, too. I'm getting smashed.
No, I'm sure you are.
After I throw my big mouth
Oh,
in
you were
the
pretty
post.
chesty on that,
Yeah,
that post
column.
interview.
Yeah, Oh.
Hey, shout out to Casper the Ghost who said, "Thank God it was 420, or I may have died Saturday."
Yeah. Here you go, Casper. My man.
We all silly like the mayor.